talent, hard work, physicality, ego, connections. If you're putting together the perfect kaiju killing team, you're gonna need all of these things. But apparently, there's one trait that stands above the rest, and that is being funny. At least, that's one of the reasons Hoshina gives for selecting Kafka to join his squad as a cadet, which was a great scene, by the way. I love how they had Mina sitting there, hearing everyone saying Kafka was failing, about ready to step in, and Hoshina beat her to the punch. And it was great to see her smile, even for a second, when she hears Kafka's incredibly awkward proclamation. And it's played off as that gag of, yeah, he's funny and he's good with teamwork. But it goes deeper, and I really like that, because clearly Hoshina is really intelligent. He's the one who went to interview Shinomiya after the kaiju battle last episode. And so far, he's the only one who noticed that Kafka's gear happened to malfunction at the same time that the Fortitude 9.8 allegedly popped up on the scanners. Keeping Kafka around because Hoshina is suspicious of him makes a lot of sense, and it makes the vice captain all the more interesting. In fact, this episode is basically about both vice captains, because we learned that the reason a lot of these people joined up in the first place is because of Mina. She's saved or inspired pretty much everybody in one way or another, which makes it so funny when they learn that Kafka and Mina were childhood friends, and then they bombard him with questions and want as much information on her as possible. And while this episode lacked action, it did a lot in terms of character interactions. Ichikawa and Iharu are competing with each other. Kafka explains the truth to Shinomiya about his kaiju ability. We see Aoi's not deterred, and he's continuing to aim for Shinomiya's top spot. There's a lot of competition between these characters, but bonds are also starting to be formed as well, and you love to see it, especially when you get a deep moment like Shinomiya telling Kafka, if you're a bad kaiju, I'm going to kill you, and Kafka going, I'm counting on you, with a smile on his face. It's something this show really has excelled at so far, and I'm particularly excited to see what Hoshina is going to do going forward, because his suspicions are correct, and he's going to figure things out eventually, and I just want to see how that all plays out. So it was another fun episode. Here's some shout outs to the people who commented on last week's video, and if you want a shout out next week, comment below.